Hi, I'm Matt Reitzman, and I'm a member of the support team here at Aurora Solar. Today, we're going to go through a quick demo to show how easy it is to create and design a solar project in Aurora's platform. We'll include storage, investigate financing options, and look at how our plan set offerings can cut your post-sales timelines. We'll even show you how you can use sales mode to present it all to customers. Let's get started. This is the project index page where I can track all active work. I'll go ahead and create a new project. Enter the address of the site. Make sure the pin is centered over the home. Select the property type, whether it's residential or commercial, and select the team that I want to assign it to. This is the project dashboard. I can enter in the customer name and contact information, enter their energy usage from this page, create a new design, or request a 3D model from our team of expert designers. I can create a new design in design mode or sales mode. Design mode is where your designers or engineers will have the most fun, and sales mode is where your sales reps can do some heavy lifting. First, I'll jump into design mode. Design mode delivers highly accurate residential solar designs in less time, accelerating project timelines. Its intuitive CAD environment gives designers full control, making it the most advanced tool of its kind. Let's start a new design to see how it works. Having the best imagery is key for creating an accurate remote design, and Aurora has all the best options for you to choose from. Using the map toolbar at the bottom left of the screen, you're able to switch between different imagery providers. Click on the button and you can see that you have the option to toggle between Google Maps, Google Maps HD, Bing Maps, Eagle View, and Near Map. The next step in design mode is creating the site model by drawing the roof and nearby structures that could affect system production. You have three options: expert design services, the simplest option. Aurora's team builds the roof model for you. Request this from the project dashboard. Aurora AI quickly generates an initial roof model in about 30 seconds using AI Smart Roof or AI Roof Faces. Manual modeling. Designers can draw roof faces from scratch using Smart Roof or Roof Faces. Smart Roof lets you outline the perimeter and Aurora infers the rest. We'll cover this next. Once you've selected your imagery, you can start designing the roof model. The quickest way to do this is with Smart Roof tool. With Smart Roof, you'll draw the outline of the roof, and Smart Roof will infer the internal roof structure for you. You can always come back in and make adjustments as needed. I can also add in dormers or folds. Then I can use AI obstructions to find any obstructions, and I can check oblique imagery to verify and even street view. Now that I have my 3D model, I can use LiDAR to make sure it's accurate. LiDAR technology uses laser pulses from an overhead scanner, usually on a plane, to measure surface elevations based on return time. This allows us to capture highly accurate surface data. Aurora converts that data into a mesh for easy use, but you can also view the raw point cloud. This precision is what enables our accurate 3D models, combining imagery for structure and LiDAR for height and pitch. You can adjust manually or use AutoFit to align buildings automatically. Next, I'll run a radiance, a shading analysis using the 3D model, sun path data, and local weather to generate a heat map of ideal roof areas for solar. You might be wondering about tree shading. Aurora accounts for this in two ways. LiDAR shading, typically on by default, calculates shading from trees and nearby structures using elevation data. Or you can manually draw trees, which is helpful if the homeowner is considering removing one. You can then rerun a radiance to see the impact. Once the 3D model looks accurate, I move on to the system design. You can begin designing the PV system by selecting System from the CAD toolbar. First, apply fire pathways, either manually or using Aurora's Auto-Place Fire Pathways tool, which references local AHJ codes. Review the AHJ and code year, and confirm whether the property has fire sprinklers. With one click, Aurora handles what would normally take significant time, applying compliant fire pathways in seconds. We have a few ways to place panels. You can manually place them by selecting a module, setting orientation, and clicking and dragging. Aurora will automatically avoid obstructions and roof edges. After manual placement, use AutoStringer to string the system or do it manually by adding an inverter. Aurora gives you full flexibility to automate or customize as needed. The fastest method is using Auto Designer. Choose a target mode, max fit, or specific energy offset, for example 80% of 40,000 kilowatt hours. Select up to 5 modules and component types, string inverters, microinverters, DC optimizers, and Aurora will create the optimal design based on layout, production, and component efficiency. You can also adjust individual modules and arrays. Next, I'll run production, which simulates performance based on sun path, shading, and weather, showing expected output, energy offset, monthly production versus consumption, and system losses for optimization. From this dropdown, I can also add storage or update pricing, but I'll cover that in sales mode. Then, download additional assets, such as shade reports, DXF files, or bill of materials. We even integrate directly with your favorite racking manufacturers so you know just how much material to use. Okay, let's hop over to sales mode now. Alright, so now we're in our proposal. I can simply scroll down to get to the next section. Remember that the proposal is highly customizable, so everything you see here, from the layout, images, text, charts, etc., can be tailored to your brand and how you want your teams to sell. You can also edit your proposal in this menu. I can change the proposal template and turn pages on or off from the sales mode presentation, the web and PDF leave behinds, or both. This gives you more flexibility to tailor your proposal to each customer. All of the inputs that you'll need can be found at the top of the navigation bar here, so first I'll start by entering in their energy usage information. The pre- and post-solar utility rates will automatically be selected here based on the location of the project, but I can always come in and change it if needed. I'll enter in the consumption information, and there's a number of different options to choose from depending on what you have available. I can use a monthly average, monthly estimate, or monthly estimate with an existing system if this is for a retrofit. The most accurate way is to add interval data if you have that available, or to import it from Utility API. For this example, let's say that all I know is that they paid $200 in the month of March and that the homeowner often works from home. This is going to extrapolate out their usage from the rest of the year to give you an estimate of their annual consumption. The more inputs you have, the more accurate this will be, but this will give you an estimate to work off of, and you can always come back and adjust later if they give you more information, and everything throughout the proposal will update to reflect that. You can also add energy optimizations if I want to show the impact that adding a heat pump, AC, or other energy efficiency products would have on their consumption. And now you'll notice that as I fill out the inputs, everything in the proposal will automatically update. So I can show the homeowner what their average monthly bill would be, how much that would increase over time, and what they'll be paying to the utility over the years if they don't go solar. Now that we have their consumption information in there, I can start on the fun part of helping them decrease their bills. Next, we'll go to the system design page, and before we can design the PV system, we first need to create a 3D model of the site, and there's different ways you can do this depending on your company's workflow and how much time you have. The first way is using design mode, where you or someone on your team can model out the site themselves, or you can use our expert modeling service, where a team of expert designers will model out the site for you. Or the fastest way to do this is using Aurora AI, which will generate the 3D model in less than 15 seconds using machine learning and computer vision. And down here, these are the great educational tools that you can use to build trust with the homeowner that you know what you're talking about. You can turn on LiDAR and explain how the surrounding trees and buildings might impact the amount of sunlight that hits the roof. Turn on the sun path animation to show them how shading changes throughout different times of day and year. Then, based on the surrounding trees and buildings, based on the location of your home and the local weather, this is running a shading analysis to show you how much sunlight each roof face will get throughout the year. Then I can go ahead and start designing the system. I can select up to 5 modules, the orientation, and add a filler row if I want. Then it's going to design the optimal system for them, automatically avoiding obstructions, setbacks, and fire pathways to ensure that you're not designing a system that can't be installed. I have my target energy offset in my settings set to 100%, so this just designed the system to at least 100% offset by default on the best roof faces. If I click on this dropdown, I can see the system size, energy offset from solar and energy efficiency, the annual usage, and annual production. From here, you can toggle modules on, toggle some off, and see how that affects the production in real time. Then I'll click on Finalize, which will string the system and run final production. Going back into sales mode, I can see that my design details are pulled in. Next, let's add battery storage. I'll select a battery. The consumption schedule is set to self-consumption, which will charge your battery with excess solar during the day, then start consuming electricity from your battery when the sun goes down. I can also select energy arbitrage, which looks to maximize bill savings, sometimes exporting to the grid rather than consuming the battery power if it makes more financial sense based on the utility rate. I can enable backup if I want to reserve a certain percentage of backup power for emergency scenarios, or all of it. Then I can see the average monthly bill if they only installed solar versus adding a battery, and even look at how that battery power is being used throughout each hour of the day for different months of the year. Next, I can adjust my pricing, and the pricing will depend on how you have it set up, whether you're using a price per watt, your pricing based on the components you used, or whether you're calculating price elsewhere and just want to enter in a flat price here. Then I can add in any adders, discounts, or incentives. And then I can walk through financing options, whether that's cash, loan, lease, or PPAs. So here I can select my financing type. You can select cash, you can set up your own custom financing options, or we have integrations with a number of financiers to make this even easier. For loans, we integrate with GoodLeap, Mosaic, Dividend, and SunGage Financial. And for TPO, we integrate with GoodLeap, LightReach, and Enfin, and that list will continue to grow. These integrations are super easy to set up, and that will allow you to pull rates directly from the financier, and you'll be able to apply for financing and get approved directly from within sales mode. I can compare multiple financing options and look at the cumulative and annual cash flows. Then, if they're ready to move forward and sign, we have an automated contract generation solution with integrated e-signature. Or, if they need time to think it over, you can download a PDF version of the proposal to share with them. Or you can simply send them a link with an interactive web proposal. Either enter in their email address or copy the link to share it via text or email. The web proposal is similar to the proposal we just walked through and has the same interactive elements but doesn't allow homeowners to make edits to the proposal themselves. You're able to see when the homeowners interact with the proposal, and they'll have the ability to apply for financing or request a follow-up as well. So that's sales mode in a nutshell. This gives sales reps all the tools they need to quickly create personalized proposals that they can feel confident in, educate the homeowner with, and make adjustments in real time, but with guardrails in place to make sure they're not selling something that can't be installed. Lastly, let's take a minute or two to look at our plan set offerings. Aurora offers 2 ways to generate permit-ready plan sets with engineering stamps directly from the platform, streamlining your post-sales process. To request a plan set from our service, click New Form under Plan Set Service. Choose your design, fill in site and system details, upload the site photos, then submit. Turnaround is 24 hours for PV only and 48 hours for PV and storage. Revisions and plan stamp requests are managed within Aurora. Instant plan sets deliver permit packages in under 60 seconds using proven technology that's been accepted by thousands of AHJs across the US. I can start an instant plan set from the project dashboard or from within design mode. Since I've already completed a few additional design steps in design mode, I'm now ready to generate an instant plan set in under a minute. Aurora validates your design, guides you through final steps, and lets you preview before purchasing. Revisions are free and stamps can be requested from the dashboard. Thanks for joining us today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at support@aurorasolar.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.